Hello there guys, it's time for Rivals again. I've only just booted up Forza, so we've got to wait for it to load. But while that happens, there are a couple of things that I want to share with you. The first one is the sale that's on in the store at the moment. Don't do what I did. So in this super saving sale, we have WRC8 with a few extra cars, the Alpine's in there, and also the Ford Escort and a couple of other things for 15 quid. I thought, yeah, bargain, I'll have that. So I've just bought that. Well, not just, but the day before yesterday. And I've just found out that it's on Games for Gold for July. So there's a little bit of a heads up. If you're having a little look through this and you see that that is there. So yeah, WRC8. 15 quid, bit of a bargain. Don't buy it. Just wait until July and you can have it for nothing as long as you're on Xbox Gold. The other thing that's happened, which is why I've not been uploading any videos, my external drive just stopped working completely for no reason at all, and it wouldn't restart working, and that's where all of my games apart from Assassin's Creed Odyssey were. So I've had to re-download the games that I've got. I have bought another external drive, bought a 4TB one, which fortunately arrived yesterday, and as you can see at the top there, I've got 192 downloads that are going to take absolutely ages. But we have got Forza back over to the console, so that's a good sign. So that should be ready for me to play. Still hasn't loaded, but there we go. That was news, that was updates. The other thing I was going to tell you, the Party Hard video that I made, I actually did the second one as well, which was the second half of the game. I've completed the game in just 2 videos. But I uploaded the second video to YouTube. It uploaded 100%, so I then deleted the video off my computer because I don't have much memory on there, and then it said processing failed, and I'd already deleted and emptied the trash, so that's gone for good. But that game gives you a stupid amount of achievement points in just a few hours. It's quite good fun, it's really cheap, it's easy to play, and if you are someone who cares about achievements, I mean, look at this. I mean, I haven't fully completed the game, I just went through the basic main story, just over a few hours, and it was quite easy to be honest, but look at my achievements. So, recent achievements, look, all these are Party Hard. I've got it turned off so they didn't pop up while I was doing it. But yeah, absolutely, he just throws achievement points at you. So if that's something you're interested in, grab them. Right, this week we are in Lego Valley, and we are on the FALCON something or another in S1 class. I think that's all correct. I'll double check it in a bit. So we'll go to Lego Valley first of all. Where am I? What am I doing? I've got to escape out of this nonsense first. Oh, actually, before we go to Lego Valley, the very first thing that we have to do is to put it in streamer mode so that we get a little bit of revenue from the video, because most of my videos lately have been flagged and they gave me no revenue at all. The Party Hard one got flagged, so that gets no revenue. It's still got adverts, but the money goes to somebody else. And quite a few of my Forza ones keep getting flagged because I keep forgetting to do what I've just done, which is really annoying, really. It's not much. A video makes a couple of dollars maybe, but it adds up over time and eventually ends up paying for the game. So I like that. I like that it means I'm getting my games for free. That's more than adequate. Right, so Legoland. Get yourselves in here. Go to Lego Rivals, and it's FALCON, which is going to be road racing, isn't it? Because that's the one on the little circuit. FALCON Speedway Sprint. I think it's not that. FALCON Arrowhead Circuit, FALCON Indy Circuit, FALCON, there's a lot of FALCONs. Right, I think it's FALCON Loop Circuit, but because there are quite a few called FALCON, we'll double check just to make sure. So, where is the group? There you are, there it is. Oh, it's the Indy one, so FALCON Indy Circuit, and it's A-Class, not S1, so it's a good job we checked. FALCON Indy, A-Class. Right, that was FALCON Indy. There we go. Bit more interesting than the FALCON Loop. So that's what we've got. It's A-Class. Let's see who's in there so far. Right, so we've got Daz, and they're saying that Daz is my rival, so I'm assuming no one else has tried it yet. Possibly RMA4 if he's beat Daz, but that should be about it, I imagine. Yeah, just you two guys. Oh, and C3 Crispy. Right, they're all good people that go really fast. Right, we've got the Alpha up there then for Crispy in a 51.9, a 53.5. That seems quite a leisurely lap there. A 53.5 from Daz, so I'll be taking that. Who knows, I might even beat it. I won't. What I have been doing though, I've been playing on Forza Motorsport 7 quite a lot because that was installed on my Eternal Drive, so I can be playing it. And I've been doing 50 laps at a time around Prague, and I downloaded the same tune that Aramefor has on his, I can't remember what car it is. It's a Ferrari P3, I think. Anyway, I downloaded the same tune as you, and I was trying to catch your lap time, but I was quite a bit off. I'm still doing all right. I'm quite high in the world on my rankings, considering I'm not that great a driver. But yeah, it went pretty good. But then I did a few lots of 50 laps against unbeatable driver cars, and I was lapping them double lapping them by the time we got to the end. So it's really frustrating how the driver cars are so slow on unbeatable on that game, particularly on Prague and Bernese Alps. But it's a great way of getting money and building up your cars. Right, so Daz, you're my rival. We're going A-Class. I'm going to go with the Alpha, the Stradale, obviously. Move around. Oh, no, the TZ2. The Julia. I don't know how you pronounce it, but to me it's Julia. That's what that looks like. So what other options we got? That Mac Mono back, whatever it's called, might be available for this as well, mightn't it? And I quite liked that, although... Did we not put an S1 on it last time we were riding? I can't remember. I'm going to stick with the Alpha anyway. Let's keep things simple. I know I like this car. It's a beautiful car. It looks good. It drives good. We're going to put down a nice fast time. Yeah, Carol was on Forza Motorsport 7 earlier. She was doing just whatever track it throws at you, but she really likes Daytona, that she can do quite well. And she really liked the Dubai one, the one that's in the desert, the new one for Forza Motorsport 7. And she was doing all right on it. She was in the Renault, the what's it one that's a bit like a Formula 1 car. So the GP Renault, I don't know. The fast one that's got really bloody good grip. But yeah, she's starting to do all right. And she's got the hang of left foot braking as well now. I was quite impressed. So yeah, it's quite good. I've got no volume at all. It's not really a big deal because I'm using oh Christ, this is a bit tricky. I'm using automatic gears, so my volume is muted on my TV completely, so I can't hear anything, which is really quite distracting. But you don't get the echo. I can't use my headphones because I've got too many things plugged into the Xbox and there's not room left for another controller, which is really annoying. So I can't plug my normal controller in that I use for the headphones, and I really wish that the steering wheels had an headphone jack on them. I really do. That would be so much better. I wonder if there's a way that you can sort of add one. There might be, mightn't there? I might have a little look, have a little search around the internet, see if that's possible. Adding a headphone jack to your G920 steering wheel, that would be lovely. I'll tell you what also would be a good solution. Headphones, they should allow you to have Bluetooth headphones on the Xbox, really, that would be better. But, oh shit. Headphones that use the what's it cable? I can't remember what it's called, the little lights that flash, you know what, the optic cable, that thing. Headphones that use that, that'd be alright because that port is available to me. But, unfortunately, I've got my bloody, too many external drives, and my steering wheel taking up all of the USB slots, which is annoying. Go on. Quite pleased actually that my external drive broke because it was an old Seagate one. It was 3 terabyte, and it was one that I used to have in England, so it used an English plug. Don't drink my coffee, Filippo. That's not for you. Off. Right, it got an old 3-pin plug. Well, not old, but an English 3-pin plug. So I had to have an adapter for it here, and there was quite a few cables knocking around, and it's a big old Seagate drive that makes a little bit of noise. And I've switched it over to this new 4 terabyte Toshiba one that only goes for the USB, so it powers itself from the USB, and it's really small, it's tidy, it's silent, and it's not annoying like the other one was with all the extra cables. So the day it broke, I'd just been saying to Carol, it's annoying how we've got all these cables down here and I need these adapters and shit. and then it broke that evening, or possibly the next morning, and so I had to replace it. But I ordered one, and it said delivery window between the 7th and the 21st of July. I was like, what the fuck? That's terrible. And so my plan was to just delete all the games off my Xbox and just put on the ones like this, for instance, and maybe a couple of others that I'm making videos on. No, Filippo, go on down. But it arrived the next day. It arrived from when I ordered it, so that was brilliant. So I was quite happy about that, considering it's still not supposed to be here for another couple of weeks. Coffee is not for puppies. No. Right, let's continue. I have got Filippo here, obviously, so that's going to be a slight distraction. Let's see if we can get a clean lap. This first corner's a bit of a bitch. Go on, go on, go on. I can't hear my my car wheels squealing, so that's not very good. Driving with your TV muted is shit. Let's be honest, it makes it a lot more difficult. Filippo, don't stand on the computer. It looks like he's trying to get to the microphone, so you might hear him licking the microphone in a second. God, that corner's... Now, this is a nasty track. It really is. Some really tricky corners on here. And I've been driving that bloody Renault around Prague, which is the grippiest car in the world with the most amazing brakes ever. So I'm used to that. And this Alpha is really doesn't handle quite as well as that Renault. Yeah, that car it's just a gimme, really, isn't it? It's like every race that you race, you're going to win by miles against unbeatable driver tires. What's up, mate? What do you want? You can't have coffee. You can't have the microphone. Don't cry. That's not the nicest sound in the world to be broadcasting to the YouTube people. Yeah, that squealy thing that you're doing now, Filippo, that's not very pleasant. Yeah, I can hear it. I'm not that old. No. I'm going to have to move him. Hang on, I'm going to have to take him upstairs to Carol. Sorry. Come on, you. You're not allowed to have my coffee, and you cannot be on YouTube. Let's go, let's go. Sorry guys, right, I'm going to turn the telly up a little bit because it's a bloody nightmare when you can't even hear your wheels. Screeching round corners, losing grip. Right, let's oh bollocks. Right, that's better. Sorry if there's a little bit of an echo on the engine sounds. It's pretty low though, I don't think the mic will pick it up too much. But I want to get at least a clean lap. Hopefully a reasonably competitive one as well. Oh my god, this car is so different to what I've been playing over this past week on Motorsport 7. I did a stream, like a broadcast, of doing 50 odd laps on Mixer, but it was in the middle of the night. Nobody watched it at all. But it went really well. There were points where I was thinking, thank God nobody's watching because that was terrible. And then there was other points where I was thinking, oh, I wish someone was watching because that was amazing. So, yeah, some of it went really good, but there was nobody on the stream anyway. But I was thinking, you know, I might have a look at... I tried it earlier, but it was quite, you know, a little bit hit and miss. Setting up live streaming on YouTube. And then... if I do that, and you have like a comments box where people can talk, and then I can sort of, you know, reply to questions as they come in while I'm doing the actual race. So I was thinking about setting that up and doing that, as opposed to I make a video and then you watch it after I've uploaded it, you know. Thought it'd be better if they were live. Thought that might be good. So I might try and get that sorted. Right, next one's going to be clean then, so we've got to be careful. We've got to put a clean lap on the board. Yeah, I've been waiting for ages for a good game on Games with Gold, and I'm really pissed off that the first good game they've put on there is one that I've bought like a week before it's going to appear on bloody Games for Gold for free anyway. That's really frustrating. I don't mind losing the 15 quid, it's just the fact that you think, you know, they keep putting games on that I'm just not interested in at all. And then they finally put one on that I'm excited about, and I've just bought it. So yeah, don't buy WRC8. on that sale. I mean, the Games for Gold one ain't going to be the... it ain't going to have the extra DLC, but it's only like 3 cars anyway. But that Alpine's on there, which I love that car, so... And also the Escort as well. So yeah, it has got nice cars. I can't remember what the other one was, but it was something that you would probably want. So yeah, it was 3 quite decent cars. Might even be more than 3, I'm not sure. Bit sketchy, but we're still clean. Here comes the finish line. So we've got 58. Oh shit. 53 is the target, but that is out of my league, that's for sure. But we'll try. I reckon we can certainly improve on what we've done by quite a lot. Once we've got the hang of the track a little bit. And shit! Ah, bollocks. And got used to this car instead of driving it like that Renault. That's a magnet. It is nice to drive, but I think on Forza Motorsport 7, my favourite class is the Formula 90s or the Formula 70s. The Formula 70s, I think, those cars, they're good, they're fast, they're nice to drive. I love the open wheel cars anyway, but also they're not super grippy. So they do slide a little bit, which makes them a lot more fun and it's a bit more challenging. It's not a guaranteed win against unbeatable driver tires, whereas that Renault is. It's absolutely a guaranteed win. And most of the Indy cars as well, they're a bit too easy to drive. But yeah, the Formula 70s, that's just about right, I think. Very nice to drive. Little tiny bit slidey, so you can lose it a bit, and then that feels good. When the back end starts to move and you manage to correct it, that feels good. But it feels like you're driving on a Scalextric track when you're doing a car with super grip, 10 across the board with the X-Class. God, this car feels fucking awful now compared to what I've been used to. And I am driving really badly as well. Come on, let's focus. Oh, bollocks. I have missed that, haven't I? No? Oh, yes, I have. Yeah. My rewind hasn't been working lately. I haven't changed anything, but it's working today. But on Forza Horizon 4, my rewind stopped working completely. Although, to be honest, I have reinstalled the game, so that... Oh, fuck, I've cancelled it by mistake. So fucking annoying. I'll rewind again. So yeah, I did reinstall the game, didn't I? Because it wasn't on the internal drive, but now it is. It used to be on the internal drive. I'm really bloody annoyed that I moved it. I shuffled things around while I was doing the Assassin's Creed playthrough, so I wanted that on the internal, and a couple of other things that I've been playing as well. But this is back on the internal now. But yeah, since that drive arrived, I've had the Xbox upstairs just plugged directly into the modem with no TV, just to try and get all my games to download a little bit quicker. But I brought it back down here just so I can play on it, and it's going at like at the very fastest it's 10 megabits a second, which is quite slow, but it doesn't normally get anywhere near that. We're normally at about 5, so it's going to take absolutely ages to download what's left on the list. But because this is a bigger external drive, I can download more of the games that I've got, which is quite good. I quite like that, so you can just jump into whatever whenever you fancy it, as opposed to thinking I wouldn't mind a crack on this and then realising that it ain't downloaded. That's frustrating when you're on a slow connection. I'm gonna get you. Still need more volume, it's a bit too quiet. Got to be careful of that corner that I missed last time. It certainly feels like my fastest one so far, and I can still see him, which is a good sign. I mean, he's slowly getting away from me, but I can still see him. Oh shit. Okay, now it's gone bad. I'm trying to remember where that bloody corner is, where I missed the checkpoint. Is it this one? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, so we're fine. Wasn't even my fastest lap. Well, we got 57.4. I need more volume. I really need to hear my engine more than I am. Yeah, I'm going to find out about that, whether it's possible to put retrofit an headphone jack into your steering wheel. If someone's already made a video on it, I will. I'll follow their video and do whatever it is that they've done in order to do it. If there ain't a video on it, but I can find a way to do it, then I'll make a video on it on my very custom butchered G920 wheel with my swapped pedals and my massive brake button and my the strap that I've screwed to it and the sections I've cut out so it fits on my stand properly. This was well and truly butchered within 1 day of purchase. Been a bit overcautious, aren't I? A bit heavy on the brakes, I think. Ooh, bollocks. This is a tricky track, but you get used to it. So this is the corner where the following corner is the one where I missed. No, it's not. I think there's the finish line coming up. Have I already missed that corner then? No, this is it. It's this one here. That's the one. That's a slow one. Very slow. Right, let's try and focus a little bit better. See if we can get a relatively decent time on the board. I feel like I'm going really, really slow. I really do. But when I go what I feel is right, I lose control on the corners. It's just because I've adjusted myself doing so many races in a stupidly fast car. I need to adjust myself back. It's like when you're driving down the motorway and then you go through a little town and everyone else is going 30 and you're going about 70 and you just don't realise that you are. It just feels slow because you've been tanking it down the motorway at 90 for the past few hours. It feels like that. Not that I ever drive 90 miles an hour on the motorway, of course. Oh, another slow one. Right, let's beat that bloody 57. Come on. I was quite impressed with Carol's driving today. She was doing all right. I was going to do a sneaky video of her driving and chuck it on YouTube so you lot could see what she's like. I mean, when I say it was all right, it's absolutely shockingly atrocious, but it's a damn sight better than it used to be. Her mum's the worst. When her family come over and they'll all have a little bit of a crack on this, her mum is an absolute nightmare. She really is. It takes like 15 minutes to get around the track. Like on a track that's really like a 1.5 or 2 minute sort of average lap time, 15 minutes and she's bouncing off walls. But we put it on, you know, you can have your settings on, pretty much do everything for me. There we go, 56.9. We managed to beat the 57. You know, you can put it on the settings where all you've got to do is accelerate and you don't have to do anything else at all. Well, for a mum, we put it on like that. And even though she's doing nothing, it's like she's not steering, she doesn't have to brake, she just has to keep the accelerator down. That's all she's doing. She loves it. And she's like transfixed on the screen. But yeah, there's nothing actually, no skill happening whatsoever. But it's nice that the games let you do that, isn't it? I know I've said it before, but for Carol's mum it's good, and also for our nephew, 'cause he's only 2. And he really likes it as well. But it's good how you can set the game to such a level that the car just pretty much does everything for you, and it's enjoyable for a 2-year-old. That works well. Really bloody annoyed that Disney Cars game though wouldn't let you use the steering wheel, because he loves that stuff. and I bought the game for him, but he can't use the controller at all. Like, to play a driving game on the controller would be impossible for him, but he does do the steering wheel. He doesn't do it properly, he just sort of like turns it left and right erratically, but when it's on baby settings, that's okay. Or when we unplug the cable and I do it from behind him with a controller. We do that, done that quite often. His sister's a little bit older and she's wise to it now. She kind of looks at you as if to say, hang on, this ain't doing what I'm doing, this isn't quite right. But she's about 5 now, I think, so she's sort of starting to realise these things, whereas he doesn't know, he just thinks he's doing really good. That felt better. What are we on? Ooh, 55. Okay, that did feel better. See if we can improve on that. A lot of feathering action going on these pedals. They're making quite a lot of noise, which I'm sure the microphone's picking up, so sorry about that. I was going to see if there's a way I could dampen them, so the actual pedal mechanism itself isn't quite so noisy, because they do make quite a lot of noise. Now when you're recording for YouTube, that's an issue, but also we've had the neighbours complaining about this steering wheel before. I mean, I was using it in the middle of the night, but they thought we were using some sort of exercise machine, like gym equipment, and they're saying it's like really noisy downstairs. Now at the time, it was when the carpet wasn't underneath it, because it was being washed. But no, it's dirty anyway, and it's slow. Right, come on, let's do a good one. This one's going to be a good one. So I might not talk. Get out of my bloody vision, you annoying ghost. I could have cut across that bit at the side like he does, couldn't I? Oh, that's really bad. Oh, I got away with it, but it's cost me about 2 bloody seconds. Oh, this is bad as well. Well, the first half of that lap we're looking really good, and then the second half of it is terrible, and we've dropped down to a plus 56, so that's no good. So we need to recover, get back under 55. Let's see if we can get a 54 point something. Maybe not this time, this is not going too well. I don't know, we're still with him. Yeah, I can cut that corner. He cuts it quite a lot, so I should cut that corner a bit more than I am doing this corner as well. I'm taking that quite badly. I could do that a lot better. Oh shit. Oh, my eyes are going funny. Need to do some blinking. Ah, I've missed the checkpoint. Yikes. Come on, I'm going to have a tiny bit more volume on the TV, so sorry if there's an echo, but not being able to hear the engine is making it a lot more difficult than it should be. Oh, that's better. I can hear my wheels screeching and everything. Right, we'll get a good lap now that we've got some sound as feedback. Quite wide on that to get a better exit, don't I? I'm pulling it in tight, and then I'm too slow on the exit. So this is the corner that I can cut a little bit here on the left, although I've gone wide. It's not too bad though. A little bumpy over there. Right, this double apex here, I've been cocking this up on every single lap. Let's try and get that better. That's not a bad line. It's a little wide, but we carried our speed through. That's terrible though. That last but one corner is quite tricky, isn't it? Because the way you come out of the one before it means you're too far over to the left. I mean, we've missed the checkpoint a couple of times on that one. So that's something to look out for. Stay wide, stay wide. Okay, go on. Come on, finish line, we're in the front. Just finish now. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Ooh, bit bumpy. Right, double apex here. Treat them as one corner. Be very wary of that penultimate corner. Bring it in, bring it in. There we go. What we got? Feels like it's... No, it's not. It's not. Oh, it was about the same. Come on then. We've got to get under a 55. Keep out. Get your foot down. Too early. Oh, it's too early on the gas coming out of that big loop. God almighty, look how far away he is. Make one mistake and he's gone. Try not to actually roll. Oh, I've done it again. I didn't want to roll over that corner, but that bouncing of the car just throws me off a little bit. I'd rather keep it smooth and stay on the actual road rather than bouncing over the curb. Well, we're consistently getting about a 56.8 that was, so it wasn't as good as I thought it was. Pull in, get your foot down, go on. Don't go over the curb. Oh, it's not even that corner. It's this one, isn't it, where I keep bouncing over the curb. I've hit the wall. My steering wheel's moved. There we go, that's better. Right then, this next one is going to be a sub 55. Let's go. Let's get a good one on the board. Me clunking my pedals, feathering my way around, trying to grasp that extra little bit, fraction of a second. Oh, I got a bit wide there. It's not too bad, it's not too bad. Just pulled it in time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, faster, faster, faster. Oh, it was close. It was very close. That must have been so close to my previous time. I thought we were going to get a sub 55 there. We'll carry on going. We've got to get that sub 55. Oh, it feels like I'm going so slow. Starting to get the hang of the track now, so that's good. Starting to remember certain corners and the ones that are a little bit dangerous. Like this one here, hitting the wall on this bit, which you can see all my skid marks. We've dropped behind a bit now, haven't we? I'll do some catch up. That's a slow one. 56.2 it looked like as we went across the line. Right, come on then, sub 55. Let's get that sub 55. we got back on the gas nicely there, very nicely. That was good. I'll take that. We've got a nice angle coming out of there. That's going to give us a lovely fast exit. Keep it smooth. Pull it in because of this checkpoint. Oh yeah. We've got our sub 55. Oh no, 55.1. Felt like a good one, but we wasn't quite there. Accelerate. Ooh. I think I'm losing time on this section here. I think that's my problem zone. Those few corners that you could make into one nice big loop. I'm losing time on them quite badly. I know that was fucking terrible. Although I want to stay to the left a little bit there, really, don't I? So I can swing it back round. That was over 56. Ooh, looking at the clock. Got away with it though. Should have gone a bit wider. I want to get a bit over to the left on that, not the last one, the one before. So we're in a good position for that that one just before the one where I've missed the checkpoint a couple of times. I'm going too fast. Oh, we got away with it. Really annoys me how they put corners straight after the start line when they know you're looking up at the time. You're not paying any attention to the track. I really wish they'd make that better. Just like a time appear on the screen, showing you your lap time, previous lap time, just flashes up for a bit in the middle. Obviously an option to switch it off and change the opacity of it and move it around. I need to have a word with the guys from Project Cars. That's what they need to do with their customizability. Being able to change absolutely everything, move the hood around, change the opacity, decide what's there and what isn't. I'll tell you what I was like. I was thinking about this today. I know it wouldn't really work because it's not realistic to whatever car you're driving, but I'd really like the ability for me to decide what appears on the actual dash of the car, the hood off completely, and then me decide what actually appears on my dials and all that sort of stuff. I mean, it wouldn't really work on a car with mechanical dials so much, but when you've got like a car that's just got like a little bit of a, you know, like a little computer screen, like a phone, it'd be good if I could say, right, I want my fastest lap time permanently there, I want my last lap time permanently there, my current lap time here, my delta here, you know, all of that stuff. You know, my position in the race, how many, you know, my lap number, all of that actually on the dash of the car, the entire hood turned off. That would be perfect. That really would. But obviously, you know, they're replicating what is on the dash of whatever car you're driving in real life, so that's not a thing, is it? What we on? This feels like a not bad one. 54.8, so we've got a sub 54. I'm going to cut this corner by quite a lot. I'm still not in the lead though, it didn't really pay off, but come on, we're going to get a good one here. A little bit of cheating at the start, we're cutting that corner, but it's going to be a good one. Go on, get round there. Treat all this as one big bend. You know you can do it. Flow, flow, flow. Stay wide. Stay wide, not too wide. There we go. Oh, you messed it up. Messed it up. Right, 31 laps. Going to call it a day at that. What's this one going to be? Oh, it's slow. Right, so we got 54.85. That's not too bad. We're not within a second, but we're not far off. We're 1.33. So 1.332 off. Anyway, let's end this. Can't see anything. The room's really dark. Steering wheel, go the right way up. There we go. Right, quit event. Yeah, I'm sure. They need to fix that, don't they? That weird half face thing you see when you finish a race. Only happens in that view, but yeah, it's a bit stupid. Lovely jubbly. We have a spin. Make it a good one, please. Oh, look at that car. Right, so no golds on there then. Not even any purple cars. Oh yeah, there is, but something we'd got. 7 grand. That's not very impressive. Right, I'll see if we've got 1.268. I can't remember what I said, but there you go, 1.268. So no thanks. I'll have a look at my Horizon Home thing and see whether we've got any spins that we can take. Yeah, quite a tricky one, this one, but it's quite nice. I like the class of car and the car options available to me, because there's an Alpha in there. What we got? What's the tune on this then? Is it an S1 or an A? Cars. There it is. God, I haven't even done the car mastery on it, look. Yeah, I should do this. But yeah, I like this car now. I didn't like it before, but that was when I was just on a controller, but now I like it. But if I go to here, does it tell me what oh, S1 at the top, look, S1 900. So I could knock this down to an A class and give it a crack like that. Yeah, I do like this car. Might have to undo all the perks, and it looks nice inside as well, don't it? And I love it when you sit in the middle. I think that's much better. I'm just going to have a little drive, just to wander around, just to... It's very grippy. Yeah, I might pop an A class on this. Give this a crack. It's not very fast though. It feels like I'm going quite slow at 149 miles per hour.
You have arrived at your destination.
No, I haven't. Is this the Indy circuit? Not the Indy circuit, whatever it is. The other one, isn't it? Just driving around here. Carol would be able to do this. This is a little bit like Daytona. Yeah, I do quite like this. It is quite fast. It's quite grippy. I'll have to put an A-class tune on it and have a crack on that track on this one. It's a lot better on the steering wheel than it was on the controller, that's for sure. Oh, I should have done the jump, shouldn't I? Look out for dinosaurs. Yeah, this is quite... Oh, I'll go over there. It's quite similar to the Renault. It's just very, very grippy. It's quite fast. Nowhere near as fast as the Renault, obviously. I don't know whether I've done all these things. I don't think I have. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's do the thing I said I was going to do and see if I've got any spins. Horizon Life. I've got 3. We'll let them spin. Nothing good in here, just blues and greens. That's not bad though, is it? Could have been worse. That's probably one of the best things available to me on that lot. We've got some purple. Oh, we've got gold. And it's a car. It's a red car. Is it a Ferrari? It's coming up. There it is. Oh, we missed it. But we've already got it anyway. We've got it quite a few times. No golds. Ah, we almost got the eye setter. Right, so they're done. Let's do the message centre and see if there's any GIFs. There are. They're quite generous on these gifts, aren't they? So a couple of super wheel spins and a gift car. Ooh, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Might already have it, but if I have, I'll sell it for a lot of money. Right, that was good. I don't know whether they disappear if you don't take them or not. I don't know whether there's a time limit on them or something. I don't think there is. So 10 grand. The Land Rover that we've got. A Lancia Delta S4. Why is that suddenly legendary? Never used to be, did it? Right, we don't want that. Oh, we hadn't got that Lancia then. So that'll be nice to try out in the rally series. Right, we've got the Bentley. And we'll sell it for a shitload of cash. Was that it? I thought there was 3. Oh no, there wasn't. It was a gift card, wasn't it? And we'll just take our daily payout things. Cheers, guys, for using blueprints that make me money. Right, job done. So there we go. I think I am going to have another crack at a 50-lap race in Prague, probably on a Formula 70s with unbeatable driver tires, and see how we can do. So if you fancy a bit of that, I'll do that. And which is fun. I like doing it. I really like Prague. So it's going to take about an hour or so, probably about an hour and 15 minutes. If you just want to skip to the end of it, then you'll see what I get as my reward. But it's not a guaranteed win in a Formula 70s. But it's a lot more fun. So I think I'm going to have a crack on that now. Right, guys, see you next time. And don't buy WRC 8. Wait until next month and get it for free. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.